Hello YouTube, this is Imperial Orc Fist. Sorry I haven't had an update for a while, but I've been busy on this. So what you're looking at for the moment is my very large Apocalypse board. So I'm not exactly sure of the length, but you can probably see from trenches and this really large well, it's a very large bastion which has been made into a wall. It's nowhere near completion, but I'll go through that in a minute. Alright, where to start? Okay, let's start how I made it. Come around here, I'll show you the layers. Not many layers, only two, but now you can do these sort of boards in several ways. You can either do them by having a wooden board, like wooden flooring board, and putting styrofoam on top, or you could just have a wooden flooring board. But if you want any sort of humps and bumps or trenches or any terrain, different sort of terrain on them, you're going to have to use a board. Except if you that is if you don't want to buy the Games Workshop one, which is overpriced. I made this, which is far larger, for cheaper than Games Workshop's one. So anyway, so what I used is a type of styrofoam. Now this styrofoam is used for loft insulation. Now I got this at B&Q for well, both sheets were £40, but some of them were damaged and I didn't need to use all of them. So because they were damaged, B&Q gave me half price off, so it came to something like £20 off each. So it came to something around £40. So £40 for a board. So yeah, it's very easy to work with. I cut it out all the trenches with a grapefruit knife, which is a curved. In my next video, I'll show you, and I'll go into more detail. That'll be after I've spray painted it, because I'm choosing to spray paint it. So it's pretty good stuff that I put on top, and that's a mix. Thanks to Templar's Crusade, because he did a great video about him making his board. So I used plaster for this coat, which is a top coat, which is really instead of using Games Workshop gravel, I've used plaster, PVA, sand and grit, and water. Next up, now for consistency, I will leave a link to Templar's Crusade boards, which is a lot better than mine, but I think he put his a bit thicker than mine. Mine's actually thinner. In several places you can see where you can still see with styrofoam, but that's not a problem, as I'll explain in a minute. So yeah, as he said in his video, to check for consistencies right, you get a tablespoon. You'll get the tablespoon and dip it in your liquidy or semi-liquidy substance, which is for plaster, grit, PVA, sand, and all this sort of stuff. And then you would hold it sideways, and if it hung there for a while, then that was the right sort of size. Oh, not size, sort of strength or thickness. That's it, thickness. So there we go. So I carved it out. So you got loads of chunks of it still left. I still got lots of stuff left because I didn't use all the sheet. So that's going to be used for putting my Fortress of Redemption on like a base of this. So here we are. So I've used a combination. If I just bring you in closer, sorry for a shaky cam here, but this is the only way I can show you. I've cut into it. You've got some of my Imperial Guard troops here just to show you a bit of scale and see how many fit in. So I've used defence lines. Start with an A, I can't remember the name of the kind of lines, but you get like 12 or something like that. But I got these from a large box set of bastions. So I got these and I sunk some of them into ground to show that it was really muddy and it's actually sunk down, or they are placed there and they're really muddy, so I've muddied them up. I'll just go through what the actual board is. So this bastion is actually based on the Games Workshop Planet Strike board, which they made for Games Day in 2008 or something like that. So bastions will stop there, so this bit just needs to be finished, so have a top there, and then this bit will be cut away out of it, just this little bit. Then there'll be gates, the larger Shrine of Aquila gate, so there'll be two of them. This is actually part of the board, I was just going to show you that in a minute. And then we'll have another one of these there, and basically identical to this bit here, and that will be the gate. So yeah, that's one side. If you, I would just type into Google if you want to actually see theirs, because it's a lot bigger than mine. Of course, I can't have something this scale because it could only fit my study. So right, and this bit will be same height, and there'll be a higher version here. Then it go along, and there'll be another gate where my storm, what is it, shadow sword is. So just zoom in. Right, effectively where the shadow sword is, and the 2 Leman Russ tanks, there'll be a gate, another gate there, and another setup like the one over in that area. So there we are. That'll be where the Imperium or the good side or defending side would deploy. You've got trenches here. So you've got the first line here, which is, I'm not sure what they're called, but that's the first trench. And you've got several parts of a trench, like just there, and where is it? There. They sort of connect the trenches together. You've got areas where you can have command trenches there, and these areas here at the back, so not actually part of the trenches, can store Leman Russ tanks. Oh, I've just taken away some of my things just to show you the video, otherwise you wouldn't be able to see some of it. Areas there, and there, and you've got some, 1, 2, 3. There. They've been cut out to store heavy weapons, so Imperial Guard heavy weapons. And of course several areas you can also fit them around the back there. I was planning to have mortars, but they're quite tight now. But they're fine at the moment. You can always just cut if you wanted to add some more, but I think it's fine at the moment. All at the ends they seem to be heavily fortified with a bit more of sort of defence lines in there. You've got little ladders. I don't want to zoom in too much, the camera might blur, and it's a bit shaky cam, so I apologise here. Right, over there you've got a command bunker where the Imperial Guard commanders can issue orders and keep their head down, because they're the most important people. And right there you've got another trench there, and right in the distance over you can see another trench there, which is just ends. Okay, so that's, and then you would have the Imperial Guard and Space Marines in that area, so all this area would be occupied by Imperial Guard. You've got another trench here, and there will be cities where there'll be a city. There's planning to build a cathedral, sort of as a main objective right inside the city. So we need to breach the walls, then get to need to destroy a shield generator so we can deep strike into the city, like Templar's Crusade did with his campaign. Really, I've had this idea for years and years, but it's not really until I got around to YouTube to actually do it, because I felt a bit inspired. So, and then here, it's going to be quite quick because I'm not sure how long this is going on for, but this area is going to be like a small little river, or dried up river, but it'd be all sort of toxic-y and sort of stuff, so it counts as dangerous terrain or something. So you've got some tank traps sunk into there, you've got a pipe there, and there's a pipe so that's going to be pouring out. I'll use Yoo-hoo glue to sort of show gunk coming out of it. You've got a little barrel there sunken, so that will all have water effects. Not too high, it would just be sort of shallow, so any troops can pass through it. And this area will have a bridge going over it. Okay, I've also used craters, Games Workshop craters. That's very easy to do. You just, I really do like them, they're quite nice. But I decided to use them rather than cut them out of polystyrene or styrofoam. Okay, yeah, so you could either stick them down, but how I did it is I laid we laid down the first layer of the sand, grit and PVA, all that sort of stuff, plaster, and then we actually pushed it in, and then we just put some more around the edges just to hold it in. And so all of the packs, I've got all of the pack have been used on this table, just to show blown up areas. Yeah, in this one I've used an old, really old building sort of set, which I didn't intentionally buy. It came with a old Cadian box set, so there we go. So lots more updates on this board. It's going to be really long work in progress. Yeah, the next video you'll see is me will spray paint it. I may give you, will give you some more sort of updates on how it's going, or yeah, how it's going really. Tomorrow I'm going back to school because I'm at boarding school for sixth form, so we'll be going away. But I'm going to be doing lots of videos today and tomorrow. Just before I go back, and then I'll release them because I'm not back at home until the 24th, so I can't give you any updates until the 24th. So I'm going to make lots of videos and then release them gradually, so then they're not all released at once, because then you'll just get bored if you actually watch them all. So I'm going to do that. This is going to be a base for something large. You might have seen an update, like a sneak peek, but I think one of my next videos is going to show you actually what it is, if you haven't guessed what it is yet. So that's a base for it. So you've got some two Chaos Warriors, very old Chaos Warriors, because I just found them in my bits box, running away, and you've got a champion getting squished into the dirt. So that's something coming up later. So keep watching the channel, keep subscribing. Please comment. It's nice to know if you enjoy or want to see something else from this channel. So thanks for watching. This is Imperial Orc Fist out.